Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right today, as always. So we're back this week, guys, with the predicted 11 video. Marsh had his press conference earlier on today ahead of the Brighton game. So I'm just going to go through who I think will start based on the news that he shared in the press conference, basically. Apologies for the lack of content over the last few days. I've not managed to get an article out either. I'm in the process of getting my house decorated and just got other stuff going on in the personal life. But we're back with the pre-game content. And as I said, it begins now with predicted 11. So just before we get into it, smash that like button. Please subscribe. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get into it then. So, predicted 11. Jesse Marsh shared some injury news today. Firpo and Ayling are still not obviously quite right. He said on Bamford that he's on track. He's making good progress, but obviously based on the, how well everyone is playing at the minute, is not in a big rush to rush Bamford back just yet. Which I think, Leeds are in a positive place at the minute. We're coming in to this game on the back of being undefeated, 2 wins and a draw. Obviously, the win against Chelsea was just unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, no one could have ever predicted that it was going to go like that. It was unbelievable. The game last night as well against Barnsley was good. I was there. It was very it was nice to see some of the younger players have a go as well, the likes of Somerville, Cody Drame, who all played really well. Sinistera started and scored a beauty of a first goal for Leeds United. Hopefully, we'll see him more in the Premier League over the coming weeks. Matthias Klick was unbelievable as well. Really good. Obviously, he scores the penalty and then he scores our third goal as well. Tidy finish from Clicky. Obviously, he was playing like a player that's got a point to prove in this Leeds United team, and it's good to see that we're starting slowly but surely to have a bit of squad depth now, because it just shows you that, the subs that Marsh made against Wolves came on, the impact. We got the result over the line. Yeah, Marsh got it wrong against Southampton, but again, he still had those players to bring on. And then against Chelsea as well, yes, Leeds were comfortable, but he still had the substitutes that he could bring on and have an impact, which they did. And I just think it's really good to see at the minute. Of course, I still want a new striker. Of course, I still want a new left back. Do I think that's going to happen in the course of the next week? I'm not too sure. Obviously, I've seen we've been linked with Hwang Hee-chan, which again, I think that only happens if Dan James leaves for Tottenham, which I think would be a bizarre move. But anyway, we're not here to talk about transfers. We're here to talk about my predicted 11. So, spoilers before I go any further. I can't see it changing from Chelsea, but I'm just going to go through each individual player. In goal, it's Illan Meslier. Obviously, big confidence booster for him last night as well after he saved the Barnsley penalty, which was really good to see. I think he seems like a changed keeper this season so far. He's making some good saves. He made some good ones against Chelsea, which albeit turned out that they were offside. But he didn't know that, and he still made some really crucial and good saves in that game, so fair play to him. Back four, as I said, unchanged. Rasmus Christensen, Koch, Llorente, and Pascal Struijk at left back. Struijk came on against Barnsley last night and was arguably the best player on the pitch at left back. We still need a left back, don't get me wrong, but I think the fact that Pascal is managing to play there to such a good ability, it just shows that even if we get a new left back and we've got Firpo, then we've kind of got 3 players, maybe even 4 when Stuart Dallas comes back, that can play left back, which is good. Koch and Llorente, yeah, they've both been fine this season, more than fine actually. Christensen is a player who I do feel needs to improve slightly. I think he's probably been the poorer of the new signings. But I still think he's got plenty of time, and I do think that he will adapt. I thought he had a good game against Chelsea, if I'm being honest. The double pivot, Mark Rocker and Tyler Adams. complement each other perfectly. Tyler Adams reminds me of like a David Batty type figure. I know I'm probably not old enough to have watched David Batty, but everything I hear about him, the clips I've seen, it just reminds me of David Batty. Put in a masterclass performance against Chelsea in that midfield. Absolutely bullied Jorginho and Conor Gallagher, especially, who I thought was poor in the game. Mark Rocker, again, good range of passing, likes a tackle as well, and he's just a top quality player on the ball. The three and behind the striker, so we'll go with, I think Dan James will probably start again on the right hand side, with Aronson in the number 10 and Jack Harrison on the left. Harrison and Aronson especially seem like they've struck up a good friendship and a good on the field relationship as well. And Jack Harrison, maybe it's the change of squad number, maybe it's the fact that there's been other interest from Premier League clubs. Whatever it is, I hope it continues because he feels like a new signing on that left hand side. And then Rodrigo Moreno up front, top scorer in the Premier League. Just unbelievable start. It just shows you that when you play him in his more preferred position, that he starts coming up with the goods. I think the only period that he's played poor so far in these opening 3 games was that first half against Southampton. Thought his first touch and his passing really let him down, but then obviously he scored 2 goals in that second half there. So, and obviously that header against Chelsea to put us 2-0 up in the game and to put Leeds United in dreamland. And honestly, I just can't get over the incredible start that we've had. Not that I'm kind of discrediting us, but no one would have expected this at all based on our last season. When I know we've signed a few players and Marsh has implemented his style a lot more, but it seems like there's a serious plan now. There's a plan A, there's a plan B, and it's just really good to see. Obviously, I will be doing a more in-depth preview on the channel tomorrow night ahead of the Brighton game, so make sure that you tune in for that. But that is what I think Jesse Marsh will do. I think he will name an unchanged lineup from the win against Chelsea. And yeah, we'll leave it at that for tonight, guys. But if you've enjoyed it, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As I said, I will have a match preview out tomorrow night on the channel. I'll try and get a written article preview out as well. And then obviously there'll be content over the weekend for when the game's on as well. So make sure that you keep it locked at the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.